Hey there everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris Orme, and today we're back here with some more Stars Order 7 from Rascal's Retreat. We're coming up to an interesting part of the season, and we've had a lot of success this year. There's been some downs, but a lot of ups. Things in general seem to be going really, really well. So I'm kind of excited to see where we are and where we might go with this. On top of that, I've forgotten to say before, but there is a Discord for people to join. Not run by me, but it's about growing a community on there for fans of Starters Orders, newcomers to the series. It's just a way you can get help, maybe share your graphics, share your thoughts on the games, share your stories, discover like-minded people, and new content as well. So there'll be a link to that in the description of this and previous videos. So go ahead, check out the Discord, join up, and see what you think of it, and see if we can build a community on there. But that being said, now that I finally mentioned it, because I keep forgetting in previous videos, I kind of just get locked in on the game, and I wanted to take time to do that. But we've got races. We've got interesting races. Yeah. Dream Euro in a grade 2. It's another shot. I don't know. I quite like the fit. Honestly, I quite like the fit. We didn't do great in the last one. We've got a lot of potential to fill that we're probably not going to hit. And that does disappoint me with Dream Euro. It's 85% potential as a 3-year-old, and we're not getting above 70% ability. And that is, in my estimation, a failure on my part. Maybe the horse didn't have it in it, but at the end of the day, we're 3 races in, it's done absolutely nothing of note. I need to do big, bold strokes to try and get that as good as we can. But yeah, right now, not really where we want to be. Then we got the Superstar horses. Nick Naku, we've got 2 races lined up, one at the start, one at the end of July. A mile 2, we're going to get a bit more distance to try and see if we can't get that nice little 17th win at a mile 2, drop back down to a mile 1, and get win number 18 at the grade 1 level. And that's going to help push us towards that 20 total that the horse is capable of. But I'm not sure she'll be running as well as a 5-year-old. So that's where we're trying to make sure we can get as much done this year as possible. And then we've got this year's Superstar, Derby Preakness winner, Mariana. What a horse. Again, 2 races, one at the start, one at the end. Both are a mile 1 though. We're keeping on distance, and we're making sure we're not putting them in the same race as Nick Naku, because they both have very good chances of winning their races. So I really like those 2. As you can see, those are the 2 money horses. You know, we're closing in on 8 million on Nick Naku. We're just under 5 million on Mariana. So, yeah. Big money, big ratings, big wins. Both won the Kentucky Derby in their years. Both won the Preakness in their years. 4th place and 3rd place in the Belmont/Brooklyn Stakes as well. So, very, very, very similar. But Nick Naku's got more grade 1s, a year older. But Mariana, we'll see if we can help her to come into her own and maybe, perhaps, get to that 15 to 20 grade 1 wins herself. So we'll see. But they both have 2 grade 1s to run. We got the 1 mile 1 furlong, grade 2 for Taklil. Again, not won a graded race, but we almost won that grade 1. I think dropping back down to a grade 2 might just be what it takes. I do want to take another look at a mile 2 for Taklil. Because the Hollywood Gold Cup is too much. Do I go for Virginia? Do I go to mile 2? I'm second guessing myself here. And I do this a lot. Normally I pause it, but I think I'll show you kind of my thinking and the way I actually book races. Because when you've got money, and we do have money in this save to kind of waste, I don't mind spending a few thousand to put like both these races on the card for the horses. And then I kind of take a look at them and think to myself, the 5 days apart, that's not going to do too much. We've been running at a mile 2, and that grade 1 was a mile 2. I'm not sure a mile 1 or a mile 2 which would actually suit the horse better. Because it didn't run either of them well early on. So I don't know. I don't know if Tackleal is a mile 1, mile 2 horse. So that might be a game day decision to try and figure out which of those races we're actually going to go for. Yeah. Okay, Hooded Fang. Grade 2, that will complete the clean sweep of graded races. Not much in there at 7 furlongs. Not much in there at a mile. So hopefully that will just help their development along. And again, we're trying to push past that 70 marker in terms of ability, just trying to get up there. And Pointed Black has filled out theirs, but another grade 2 again to fill out and get that extra graded race. We should be good on a number of these races, but yeah, I've got a choice of 2 for Tackleal. Nick Naku and Mariana are doubling up, but they will run both those races. So we'll see where they go. And then Fang, Black should be kind of where they need to be to win those races. If not, I will be surprised. And then Dream Euro again. We should be close. I mean, I'm not going to be super surprised if we don't win, but we should be really close. So we should be close. Those should be wins. Tackleal, I don't know which one to run, and those 2 are going to run 2 each. So let's jump into an auction. Sunrun Sands, we're definitely not going to pick that horse up. But again, anywhere around 2.5 is good for me. So all these listed at 2 4s and above are good. Sunrun Sands, that is definitely the very excitable. Yes, good. We haven't selected it. Let's get buying horses. That one went up in price really quickly, but we know our markers. We know kind of where the cutoff points are. And if we're spending an extra 20, 30, 50, 100,000 to get a horse, I know we're going to sell it for more than we buy it for. By a decent margin. Doubling, tripling the money in quite a lot of cases. I'm not really worried about the extra little bits here and there. I just want to get the horses in, check them out, and see if any of them have a racing/breeding future with us. Because so far, Laurentine did earlier this year. It's been a while since we've actually found multiple horses in a season. That's not going to stop me from looking. It's definitely not going to stop us from looking at all. Where's Gold Marie? There it is. Okay. So that's the top horse on this last page. So that tells me we've got 4 more to go, starting with Michelle. And then Break, Shaman, and African Cheetah. That's going to go up to 5. I'll just push it up to 5-3 myself. Get everybody to back out. Skip 1 and on to Break of Dawn. Could be a 3. It is a 3. It is a 3. So we know with these prices, they could cap out at 3. Yeah. But if they do bid more than 3, you know they're going up to sometimes 4, but most of the time 5. So my breakpoint's usually 300,000, 500,000. And to make sure you go a couple of thousand over. Normally I do about 10 to 30,000 over. So there you see we had to go 15 over. But that'll actually do us quite nicely. Step faster is decent, but not really good enough. Theo's not good. Artie's not good. Majestic. Doesn't look majestic to me. Diamond Head. Good name, bad horse. Okay, Vadsag. More like Sadsack. Gold Marie. No, thank you very much, Michelle. Not my Michelle. Break of Dawn. Looks broken. Shmanica. No, thank you. And the African Cheetah. No. Not big game at all. Not big game at all. Sad, but yeah, we did ask, a lot trying to find more than Laurentine. She's in the transfer, she's in the breeding, everything's good. We have bred as well. There's nothing else really to breed. Towards the end of the season, I might put Nick Naku in there and breed her with... I don't know. Gotta be honest there. I don't know. Probably Knight of the Rose. Maybe double doubloons. Probably double doubloons. I like that one. I like that mix. But yeah. Thinking about it. Okay. So we got that auction out of the way. Dream Euro up to run first. Yeah, I'm suddenly less confident of this one. Low rated, only just, but low rated. There's one horse here, Moody Tunes, who has not won a graded race at all. We're gonna be low weight. And I don't know the field. So, we dive on in, we see what we get, we see what we can do. Dream Euro. A good horse. Has not shown it yet, and we've had a couple of those. Now is the time. Now's the time to get a couple of good wins in, kind of rescue their season. And let me just check. Yeah, they should be decent. Actually, they've got the lowest deterioration out of all our horses. Them and Dr. Bird sit at 40% deterioration. That's probably 5 or 6 year old seasons still racing. So we have time. But we need to see more to persevere with it. Good little setup. Moody Tunes is going to come hard at us here. But we do push out. We do lengthen out. And that's a great run by Dream Euro. Kept out of trouble. Nice little run up the inside. Held off any charge from Moody quite early on. And then just coasted, even with the rest pushing hard. A nice, easy run for the final furlong down the home straight. And that's what we were looking for. Dream Euro picks up the win. That is a grade 2 win on Dream Euro. That was good. Not a great win, not a dominant win, but comfortable. Absolutely comfortable. And now we can see we're slowly getting better. We're getting things a bit better. Yeah, we ran that 6. I think we were kind of off distance there, maybe. It didn't quite work out. And then start of this year, we just won a very similar race to that just now. So that was a decent attempt. We dipped down to 7. I was going to try at 7, but then we came back up and finished 3rd. Now we've won one. 109 rating, big jump up. And it's a small improvement. It's up to 70%. over the season. It started at 65. It's a small improvement this year. So that might be where it ends it, but at least now we've got a win. We've got a grade 2. I don't think we're getting a grade 1 on it. Taklil has an outside chance of a grade 1 win. And these two are out for the season now until next year, but there is a possibility somewhere. There is a possibility that we do get grade 1s on all 6 of these horses before the end of the season, but that would be very difficult. But Dream Euro's taken a big step. Taklil has a big step to take. The rest already have one, but we need to find the right races for all of them. Hooded Fang goes down with an injury. And that's it. Season done. Boy, that's a big injury. That's a huge injury. I don't know why we can see it down here before we do the diagnosis, but yeah. 9 weeks, 59 days. That'll take us through until probably mid to late August, probably early September before we can race. We might have a couple of races towards the back end for Hooded Fang. But I mean, they're not going to improve more, honestly, right now. It's a big injury. A big injury. That is a shame. That is a shame. They were going to run end of the month in a 7 furlong grade 2. I'm going to slide Dream Euro back in that slot. I think that makes sense. Dream Euro will run twice. I think that makes sense. Just a shame that Fang had to go down that way. Okay, we got 2 races. Nick Naku, Mariana. Nick Naku is at a mile 2, Hollywood Gold Cup. And the Swaps BC Stakes is another grade 1 at a mile 1 for Mariana. We know this field. We know these horses. We know we can beat them. We know we don't always do that. It's time to live up to the hype and start churning through. We're stepping up to a mile 2. We know we can run here, but we're more comfortable at a mile 1. But Nick Naku is the type of horse that doesn't really mind that extra distance. Tends to run well throughout the spectrum, I think, of a mile to a mile 2 without any issue whatsoever. Not a great position, boxed in against the rail, horse in front, slowing it up a little bit. Plenty of time for that to develop and find a way through. Just needs to find that gap, and I think there's one opening up there now. There we go, we find that gap, we can jockey into position. And there we go, a mile 2. We're down to the final 1.5 furlongs. We're yet to see Nick Naku. Down to the final furlong. Baltimore Patriot making a bit of a move. I mean, Badger's Cove absolutely smashing this so far. Hits Only Cash doing a good job coming up. We were lost in the shuffle of that one. That was an absolute terrible race. That was beyond awful. I still think they might have been top 5. It might have been 6th place, but it was, yeah, just not good. That's not what Nick Naku can do, and just didn't seem to have room to run. Kind of affected it. And then that little step up in distance looked like it affected it more than I thought it would. So that is a shame. It would have been in this race, though, if I hadn't have put it in that mile 2. So Mariana gets her shot. We've got Rolling Aces up in front. We've got a couple of decent sort of closers I know from the back, like Bold Fact. We've seen them do some damage. As we round this turn, we're in good contending position right now. We do fall back a bit though. And again, coming into that final furlong, Mariana just is not in contention. Bold Fact comes through as expected, absolutely drives the line. A great finish from Bold Fact. Disappointing from Mariana. Nick Naku should have run that race. Mariana should have sat it out. That could have got us the win on Nick Naku. I went for both. We didn't do either. We didn't do either. A good finish from Mariana. Decent performance, but not a win. Nick Naku in 5th place. Disappointing. I was hoping by the end of this month to have 18 wins on Nick Naku at Grade 1 level. Now I'm starting to wonder if she's falling off due to that deterioration, if we'll actually hit 17. We're also below 50 million. Not a worry, but we have spent a lot of money this season. I was really hoping Mariana would win there. That's 2 races she hasn't won back-to-back. That she should have. Second, bunch of firsts. A second, 2 firsts. The big 2. And then 3rd in the Brooklyn, I'll accept. 2nd in that race. I mean, that's one she's got to be winning. Disappointed. Very disappointed. This is not how I was hoping this would go. Oh, dear me. Dear, dear, dear me. Takleel. When you need a hero, Takleel's up next. When you need somebody to win a race because your 2 superstars fail. When another one you thought could have, made an impact gets injured for 2 whole months. And then Takleel steps up. Grade 2, mile 2. Oh, I was supposed to make a decision whether to go for a mile 1 or a mile 2, and I was leaning a mile 1, but we're running the mile 2. Yeah. See, my disappointment in Mariana and Nick Naku's races have carried over now. Mile 2, Virginia Derby. Slow out the gate. Takleel is up. Not a great start to this one. And if we seem quite off the pace, then that could be a combination of bad start and distance. One of which is 100% on me. 6 furlongs, down to 5. Grown at Rowan, up in the lead. City Bell and Glorious Colours coming in now. As we round the crest, Takleel on the outside. This long turn and on to the home stretch here. Such a big lead for Grown at Rowan. Crosses the final furlong marker. And just not getting challenged at all. Where is Takleel? Just 5th place. This is a flats race, but I feel like we're on a hurdle course because there's so many ups and downs with these horses. There's so many ups and downs. I'ma see you as a 4-year-old. Blinkers didn't work, visor didn't work. I'ma see you as a 4-year-old. He's done. That injury of Fang, we're not going to worry about it. He's done. He's done. Not a lot of good races. And we're closing back in on returning to a 50% win rate, which is still great. That is still mind-blowing. 20 million prize money alone. You know? But we're right on the cusp as well, or 50% for the season. 6 million prize money, but 50%. We were a decent amount higher than that. We are letting it slip. 24th is a breeder's auction. A nice distraction, maybe, to find a horse. Okay. 6-year-old has won 1 in 4 races, earned 2.5 million just about prize money. 6-year-old isn't too bad to go into the breeding barn. 2 Group 1s, 2 Group 3s, 3 Group 2s, and 2 Group 3. I said it right in the wrong order, but never mind. It's not a bad horse. From what we can see, it's not a bad horse, and it seems fairly consistent. Not great, but consistent. Might be absolute trash. But I kind of like it. It's got a good breeding distance, 1 mile 1. It's just about 1 mile 1, their average win distance between a mile and a mile 1. Very close on mile 1. We have the money. I cannot let the opportunity pass up. This should go for about 2.3. Yeah, just under 2.3. That means it's earned its owner in prize money and sale money. That does come out to about, 4.5 million, nearly 5 million. If they've bred from it already themselves and got a yearling or 2 to sale, that will help out. So it's been a good earner for their other owner, D. Grove. What's magnificent honor got for us? Survey says it's interesting. It's interesting. It's not the worst potential in the world, but it's not great. Extra speed's nice, bit of cruising burst, good enthusiasm, finish application. Consistency surprises me because it seemed very sort of rating-wise consistent. But then again, it did win and lose races quite often back to back. Looks like a good jumper. Maybe a decent jumper. Well, we don't play jumps. We like flats. So I mean, I can always sell it. I can always sell it if we really need to. I think I gotta go Knight of the Rose, slightly higher potential than Double Doubloons. So if we can get more potential on it, that might breed out to a very decent foal. I don't know. We can always sell it next season. So, yeah. And then the season after, if the foal isn't any good, we can sell that for probably 2 million as an unraced 2-year-old. So we get most of our money back in a worst case scenario. Pretty much likely to get most of that money back. It's worth a risk. I think that's definitely worth a risk. Don't know why I went into that day's racing. Let's get on over to Dream Euro, the race they were never supposed to have. But Hooded Fang's injury has opened up the gap. We just won a Grade 2 race. Late out the gate. We do not like those late starts. Horses don't tend to do very well for themselves, but okay. Into a good position. Nice little chasing position right now. Stalking Arthurian Legend in first. Informed Award comes up with us. Don't know these horses. And there goes Hedges with a big push. But inside that final furlong, Dream Euro's going to push on. Late here from Tom Bach. Not going to be able to get up into second even. Nice little win. Back-to-back Grade 2s on Dream Euro. Not what we expected to be doing. But they haven't let me down. They have not let me down. One of the few horses in this video not to have let me down. Dream Euro steps up. Sadly not at a Grade 1 level, but hey, I appreciate it. Time for Nick Naku to redeem themselves, go out, dominate this field. Couple of horses we like, but it's time to dominate. Let's get back to business. Nick Naku in the Diana, 1 furlong, over a mile, and that's a terrible start on the outside. Terrible, absolutely terrible. Last race was really bad as well. I don't know. We're back on a mile 1. It's not the best field. It's a short field. Like, there's some stuff in our favor, but that was not the best start. Sable and Silk leading us out. The rest of us all clumped up behind. There's Best Terms now making a move up a little bit. And as we crest round the edge of this turn, Secret Harbor's going to go for it. Nick Naku 2 down to the final furlong. And we're inching up on second place. Here comes the push right over the final half of furlong. Past Secret Harbor, past Sable and Silk. Big finish from Nick Naku. Not as comfortable as I would like, but we're hard pressed to find anyone better over a mile 1 on a US racecourse. Nick Naku gets win number 17 in terms of Grade 1 races. With a bad start, still comes out 2 1/4 clear. We need 3 more of those before the year's done. 3 more of those before the year's done to get it into that magical 20 Group 1 win sort of company. Breeding. I don't know why I went in there. My breeding. Night doesn't fail me. Already bred up nicely. 31st. We got 2 races today, Mariana. And Point It Black. Can we get more wins, please, Mariana? Time to rebound back and again go out and dominate. Nick Naku has laid out the challenge. 1 mile, 1 furlong again. Grade 1. The go for the wand. Let's go, Mariana. Decent start. Out quite comfortably. And we're on the lead. Pack of 4. Mutual Consent again. Royal Dubai and Thrasher. It's not a bad start. We're in decent position. The chasing pack is really close to us. It's going to be interesting here now. Coming up to about 3 to 2.5 furlongs. Which horses step up? It looks like Gemma's Delight wants to come up. Tycoon Tina wants to come up. Final 2 furlongs, 1.5. Mutual Consent's got a 1.5 to 2 lengths lead, being closed down by Mariana. Then almost neck and neck at a mile, at a furlong out. Gemma's Delight, Moon River coming in. But Mariana, the class of the field, hand in the air from the jockey, going with it raised. Nice win, and we're back to business. Finally back to business. Dream Euro's done bits. Nick Naku picks up a win. Mariana picks up a win. And I'll tell you what, suddenly it looks a lot better. We're the favourite going into this one. The only one with a grade 1 win. Brunswick with a grade 2. We're on a good weight. We're top rated, but not top weighted. Can we go back to 4 in a row here? Or 5 in a row, I think, with Dream Euros 2. They're not really in a row. 4 in a row. It's a decent start in the middle of the pack. Point It Black not off to a bad start at all. On the outside, we've got Celtic Silhouette. We've got Max's Dream up in the lead. Quite a lot of horses actually up in the lead. There is Love for Love as well. Brunswick just hovering. Down to the final 1.5 furlongs. I tried to take the speed off. It came back up. Powering home. Love for Love doing well. But Point It Black running in grade 2 company when it's a grade 1 winner. Absolutely bosses home the way that we thought they would and should. Not got a problem with that at all. Absolutely love that. And that's how you finish a video. That's how you finish a session on Starters Order 7 when things aren't going your way. Dream Euro with 2 wins. Nick Naku picks up the pace after a 5th place abomination. Dropping 2 points in rating, by the way. Mariana almost up there with her now because they've just gained a bunch of points. Point It Black rounds off in style. Absolutely fantastic. In the field, Taklil, who knows? Hooded Fang, not doing great. The 2-year-olds did okay. Dr. Berg looks out for a couple of months. Okay, they weren't going to race anyway. But the 1st of August, we're now coming into the tail end of the season. Nick Naku sits on 17 grade 1 wins. We need to find 3 more. Mariana up to 5 grade 1 wins. We need to try and get as many as we can this year because, like her elder sister, it's not really her elder sister, but in terms of the stable, high deterioration. We've only got limited windows to race these horses. So, it's a factor. We need to get what we need to get done as quick as we can. But I think that turned out a lot better than it was looking. So, we'll take it. We move on to the next video. I hope I'll see you there. Until then, thanks very much for the continued support as always. Take care of yourselves. Stay distanced. And I'll see you next time.